think that there are two main challenges. One is, uh, it's not it's something that I feel like I'll be also. It's something that makes a lot of sense to me because it's just the nature of us as humans. Is relying a lot on your system one thinking. So a lot of the people that I work with on the leadership team, they heavily rely on their system one thinking, which again is relying on your intuition and and gut feelings. And because as you get more experience and see a lot of different things, you tend to think that you tend to have this bias that because of being in this situation before and I made a decision and it did turn out well, it's going to turn out well this now too, right? And you make a lot of decisions based on historical data sets, right? So like 10 years ago, I made a decision that worked really well. So now if I make the same decision right now, it's going to have the same impact. That's just not true, right? And that's the beauty of AI. AI decision making is not about just historical data set. It's about things that are happening right now and what customers do when when you've been in track with this decision model that you have. And so it gets like the feedback loop keeps getting smarter and smarter. With humans, we heavily rely on historical data set, and the leadership team and the management team, the biggest problem and challenge that product managers typically have is, if you have option A and option B, and you have all the data, all the proof, and that option B is the right way to go, you still can get people going with option A just because of relying heavily on their system system one thinking. So one of the ways that we are trying to get that out of like that bias out of our equation is like I mentioned, by instead of focusing on the person that is projecting that idea or that opinion, or focusing on the idea, we essentially just talk about what's the impact of this idea, how much confidence do we have around this? Are we confident with a solid set of data that this is the right thing to work on, and what's the effort level around it? So like we try to kind of minimize the impact. We haven't completely minimized it, obviously, but we've minimized that to a relatively good extent, so that we are really focusing on the impact of every idea. And the other challenge with the leadership team and management teams is too much focus on revenue, right? As a product manager, that should be definitely a focus. And at the end of the day, you're trying to run a business. You need to focus on revenue. You need to focus on profitability. But a more long-term thinking is about how do we focus on our people? How do we focus on our customers? How do we focus on things that do really matter? And if you look at they're the most successful products in the world, and something that we didn't do Shopify, but then we kind of started focusing on later was a kind of a North Star, or like what's the North Star metric that you have for your company? What is the one metric that really matters? And you should all the entire company celebrate every time you hit a milestone. You should all be happy about it, and it should not be revenue. It should not be anything with a dollar sign in front of it. It should be things that are tangible in a way that again inspire your engineers, inspire your team to hit that target. And at Shopify, it was and the beauty of the North Star metric is that it always ties back to revenue anyways, right? So with Shopify, the two metrics that I'm sure has changed right now, so I can share because this is a long time ago, was, time, the average time it takes for a store to launch. So, given that Shopify is a SaaS model, and it takes 14 days for a store to essentially renew that subscription and pay for the subscription, it was important to be able for a store to launch their store within like 4 to 5 days, so they can start getting some traction, some traffic coming to their online store. And the other metric that the company tracked was the average time it takes for an online store to make their first sale. So again, back in the day before it was introduced, and it was introduced by David Lenny, who was the VP of data at Netflix, joined Shopify and introduced this concept to Shopify, and it really transformed the way we thought about our product and the way we thought about our business. Again, at Shopify, everything was about dollar value, how much money, how much like these stores that are relying on Shopify have sold, but it wasn't something that again was inspiring the engineers. But what we focused on instead was that how fast can we get someone to launch their store and become an entrepreneur and start selling their items, and how long does it take them? How long does it take them to sell their first item? And again, if you think about it, it all ties back to revenue, right? So you don't want that person that's launched an online store, quitting or leaving their store before 14 days and not coming back because it's, a missed opportunity. And then you also don't want them, we want them to take a long time, more than 30 days for them to sell their first item, because then they're going to be disappointed. They think it's not working. They're going to give up on, that subscription. But those numbers were, very strong metrics that, that really resonated really well with everyone at the company.